Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the wild world of video marketing. And look, if you feel like you're just shouting into the void, you're not crazy. The old rules just don't work anymore. It is time for a brand new playbook. So let's get right into it.
So let me ask you something. Does this feel familiar? You pour tons of time and a serious chunk of your budget into what you think is the perfect campaign, only to hear crickets. Yeah. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone. This is probably the #1 frustration for marketers today.
And the reason for all that frustration? It's actually pretty simple. The fundamental rules of the game have completely changed. See, the old model of just buying up ad space, well, it's broken. In a world that is just saturated with content, attention has become the most valuable currency there is. And you can't buy it anymore. You have to earn it.
But hey, don't worry. We're not just here to tell you there's a problem. This explainer is your new playbook. It's your guide to navigating this new world and, finally earning that precious attention. Okay, first things first, we gotta understand the new battlefield. We are living in a short-form world, and that means the old rules of engagement, they just don't apply anymore.
Ever wonder if your marketing is just getting totally lost in the noise? Well, the answer probably has something to do with these two: TikTok and Instagram Reels. They're not just apps, are they? They're these massive cultural forces that have completely rewired how all of us consume content.
And the sheer scale of it all is just staggering. 1.5 billion global users. That's the power of TikTok alone, the platform that basically lit the fuse on this whole short-form video explosion. This isn't some niche trend, people. It's a global movement.
And hey, if you're thinking, oh, that's just a playground for teenagers, you might want to look at this data. In South Korea, TikTok use grew 121% among people in their 40s in just 1 year. Short form is absolutely for everyone. So this explosion has kicked off what you could pretty much call the platform wars. It is a full-on arms race for our eyeballs. I mean, YouTube is throwing $100 million at creators to get them on Shorts. Instagram is basically making all of its video content part of the Reels format. Everyone is betting big on short form, which means they're giving creators better tools and, most importantly, more ways to get paid.
Okay, so we've covered the why. The whole media landscape has been turned on its head. Now let's get into the what, right? How do you actually make content that earns that attention? Just take a look at this comparison for a second. On the left, you've got your standard, pretty forgettable product ad. But on the right, that's the Reels feed for the lifestyle brand Daiso. It's vibrant, it's creative, and every single video tells a little story. Now, which one are you more likely to remember? Yeah, exactly.
And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it. That hard line that used to exist between an ad and content is just dissolving. People know when they're being sold to, right? But they will happily engage if you give them something genuinely entertaining or useful. The takeaway is simple. Stop just advertising and start creating. So where do you even start? Well, this framework from a Mezzo Media report lays out 5 strategies that are proven to work. You can lean into compelling storytelling, like that convenience store that made a viral web series, or you can team up with creators for collaborations, or use short clip content as teasers for longer videos. The real key is just to pick a strategy that feels right for your brand, whether that's informational, interactive, or telling a great story. All right, you've got your strategy picked out. Now let's get practical. How do you actually bring this whole vision to life? It's time to open up your production toolkit. Now, I know choosing software can feel super overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Let's just break it down. For the all-around professional standard, that's going to be Adobe Premiere Pro. If you're really focused on high-end color grading, DaVinci Resolve has this incredibly powerful free version. And for those quick, on-the-fly social media edits, you really can't beat CapCut. It's super user-friendly and totally free. And beyond the software, just a few basics can really take your content from looking amateur to professional. Good lighting, it's non-negotiable. A simple 3-point setup makes a world of difference. Sound, though, might be even more important. People will forgive bad video, but they will not forgive bad audio. A simple pin mic is a fantastic investment. And finally, framing. Quick trick. Just place your subject's eyes along the top third line of the screen. It creates this really balanced, cinematic look. Okay, so you've made some awesome content. You're feeling good about it. But the job is only half done. Now you've got to make sure the right people actually see it. This is all about moving from creation to conversation. You've basically got 4 main channels to play with. There's owned media, like your own blog, which gives you long-term value when you optimize it for search engines. Social media, of course, is your home for building community on TikTok and Reels. Email marketing lets you talk directly to your most loyal fans.
And finally, paid media gives you the power to zero in on specific audiences. Honestly, a really smart strategy uses a mix of all four.
Now, I get it. Getting started can be expensive. But what if I told you that there might be funding help out there that you didn't even know existed?
So check this out. In one province in South Korea, the government literally offers small businesses grants up to 2.8 million won just to cover content creation costs. Now, the main takeaway isn't this one specific program, it's the idea behind it. I'd really recommend you check with your own local Chamber of Commerce or Small Business Administration. You might be totally surprised to find grants or support programs out there designed to help you get started.
So you're creating great content. You're getting it seen. Where's all this headed? Well, the next big leap is actually already here, and it's blurring the lines between what we watch and what we buy. The future is shoppable.
Imagine this for a second. You're watching a home tour video, you're getting inspired, you see a lamp you absolutely love. Instead of having to leave the app and Google it, you just tap and tap again, and it's on its way to you. That's it. This is that seamless journey from inspiration to purchase, and it's all happening right inside the video.
What we're seeing is a really fundamental shift in how we shop. You know, traditional commerce is all about search. You already know what you want. But discovery commerce is completely different. You're not searching for anything. You're just scrolling, being entertained, and then you stumble upon something you never even knew you needed. Content is officially the new storefront.
So the playbook has been totally rewritten. The tools are more accessible than they've ever been, the strategies are clear, and the future is just packed with opportunity. The only question left is the one right there on the screen. Your audience is waiting. What story will you tell?